Some of my favorite quilt shops that we find on our travels are not necessarily in the big cities. They're the little hidden gems, the ones that are in out of the way places that are truly run by families, the ones that have character. And there is not a quilt shop yet that I found that has more character and more warm, welcoming your family when you walk in the front door than Glenda's Sewing Cupboard.
Hi, welcome to Glenda's Sewing Cupboard. We are in St. Joseph, Missouri. We are located in the house that I grew up in. So that kind of makes us unique. When we say we welcome people into our quilt shop as family, they are literally family because they're coming into the home I was raised in. Welcome to the shop. As you come in the main entrance, this is the main body of our quilt shop. We have fabric for Moda, QT, Riley Blake, fabric quilt. We carry a wide variety of batiks in different colors. This is a family-ran quilt shop, so we all give our input to what to bring in because each of us has our own unique style and personalities, and we try to show that through our fabric. We have various patterns and panels, and something that I'm very proud of is the blocks that my mom has designed. Our blocks are inspired by our family, our heritage, and more importantly, our Missouri roots. These are two blocks here that Mom has designed that we are working on for like block of the month or a complete quilt. These were inspired by her grandparents, my great-grandparents' barns. With the house we grew up in, Mom started doing upholstery in 1988 in one corner of the basement.
Oh, wow.
And then after my grandparents passed away, unfortunately, we joined the two sections of the farm back together. And so in 1993, after Mom and Dad had remodeled the farmhouse, we turned all of this into shop in some fashion. And here is some of our panels that we have on display. We like our chickens. We like the folk look.
Oh, yeah.
And most importantly, we're very proud of our Missouri heritage and where we come from. In fact, my grandfather was a quilter, my grandmother was a quilter, my great-grandmothers were quilters, and now we're getting my nephews who are 12 years old into quilting. And my sisters also quilt. It's a family activity that we do together.
Definitely.
Again, we have a variety of fabrics, but one thing that we're spotlighting this current year is the Highway 36 quilt trail, which starts at our quilt shop and goes clear to Hannibal, Missouri. This year, this is our quilt that was designed by one of the local store owners named Sandra, and the blocks that we are responsible for are these corner red blocks, the hourglass blocks. And my mom did the machine quilting on it. My father had been our long armor until he passed away in 2017 due to pancreatic cancer. But like I was saying, this is a very family-operated business.
The Highway 36 Quilt Trail is actually an organized shop hop that runs along the Highway 36 corridor along northern Missouri between Hannibal and St. Joseph. Between April and October, each participating shop puts together a quilt block kit that you can only get along the trail. All the blocks coordinate to make one complete pattern to put together and win prizes. How fun is that? And yes, Missouri Star Quilt Company is one of the participating shops, as if we needed another reason to visit Quilt Town, USA.
In this hallway, we have previous Highway 36 quilts displayed. This was from 2018. Our block was the saloon. And my sister did the silhouettes.
Wow, those are great.
And in this room, it's kind of a hodgepodge. We rearranged this year, and please excuse the mess. It's kind of been busy right now. We have Christmas fabric, our sewing notions, our flannels, and some children's fabric on the other side of the display. We're also participants in the Quilters Trek, previously known as the Row by Row. Too many shop hops right now to keep us going. But let me tell you something special about this item. This was one of our license plates from a few years ago, and I have a nephew named Xander. Xander had Otara syndrome, one of the world's rarest forms of epilepsy. And he inspired this license plate that year because him and I would sing Jesus Loves Me. He couldn't really talk, he couldn't walk, but he was the happiest little boy you'd ever met. And when Mom said the theme was music, I said, Mom, we've got to have a license plate to show how special Xander is and what Jesus has done for him. And so this is why we did the Jesus Loves Me one. Again, back to our strong Missouri family roots.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
We have our display for the 2021 Quilters Trek. This is what Mom has designed. When Mom designs a kit, I look for it and help her write the instructions because it needs to be on a simple basis. So her and I go through this, I don't know how many times until we get it simplified so that even the beginner can do one of her kits. This was the 2020 Quilters Trek. This is the 2021 Quilters Trek. This church was the 2019 Highway 36 Quilt Trail. This was the actual church that we attend. This was our 2018 Row by Row. We named it Carlin's Up on the Hill Orchard in memory of my dad because our farm, as we called it, was Up on the Hill Belgians, and we tried to honor his memory by the barn name. And in this room, it's like any kitchen.
Out of room, stay out of the way.
Like in any room, the kitchen is always a gathering place where we cut our fabric for people, and we've got some display here as well. This year we have had people clear from the East Coast. Maryland, we had a lady in yesterday from Maryland. We've had people from Florida, Texas. We've even had people from Alaska, New Zealand, Australia, England, Ireland, Scotland, and China within the last couple of years. And a lady came in a couple weeks ago and said, you have been on my bucket list for the last 4 years. I finally got to come here.
Wow.
So it's really neat to see people and visit with them and knowing that quilting is still growing across the United States. It's not just a local Midwest thing. It is a national and international connection that we all have.
Yeah.